Alright, g'day guys, and welcome! My name is Michael, and I am the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Curse of Strahd, our D&D 5th edition adventure, which features these wonderful and amazing people who are my Patreons, who help support my channel, keep my lights on, and let me do wonderful and amazing things. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take a very quick moment to welcome all of you individually to the channel. I can see some very familiar faces. Of course, we have none other than Play Nerd Ally, who is right there-ish. Hi. We also have Ire Janasi, Essa Riel, Noria, who has snuck in and snuck back out, but I see you, Noria. And of course, the illustrious Fantasy Grounds Academy. Guys, if you don't know the Fantasy Grounds Academy guys, they actually run a thing called Fantasy Grounds College on Discord. If you guys want, feel free to drop a link to the Discord, because if you, like me, use Fantasy Grounds for your RPG experience, like we do for this particular show, it is literally imperative you join their Discord, because not only do they have a bunch of great classes for using Fantasy Grounds, they're probably one of the friendliest communities out there who specialize in VTTs. I've loved every single moment I've spent on there, and I've gotten answers to all my questions so damn quick. So yeah, you're doing yourself a disservice not going and checking these guys out. Alright. And I can see you there, McBluff, as well. There you are. I see. Haha. Alright, so, what are we here to do today? Today we are going to be playing our horror adventure, Curse of Strahd, in D&D 5th edition. Now, as you guys know, we are supported, of course, mostly by donations and loves and well wishes. And these Patreons have come and joined us for today's session. But before we meet their particular characters for today, I would like to give a very special shout out to our sponsors for this show. That, of course, being Hero Forge, which we thank for these wonderful miniatures and tokens that you will see throughout the show, to Sirenscape for the sick tunes that we can hear during the course of the game, and of course none other than Fantasy Grounds itself, which is our VTT of choice, because it is wonderful, it is amazing, and the Curse of Strahd pack has saved me thousands of hours of prep. Now, to kick us off on our lovely journey through our party, let's start with our newest member, none other than the delightful Kyle, who is playing our brand new character of... I'm trying to read it from here. Ipsilus. All right, tell us, good sir, about yourself and the character you will be playing today.
Well, I am Kyle. I'm the lead on Play Nerd Allies. We are.
Oh, sorry, 2 seconds. People cannot hear you.
Oh no!
Oh no!
All right,
Oh
done.
no!
There we go. Try again.
We did it!
Take two.
We conquered the tech monster. That's what we did.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Kyle. I run Play Nerd Allies. Our tagline is "Finding Connection After a Year of Isolation." Definitely come and say hi. We're also on Twitch. We'll actually be on right after this. So I get to play, and then I get to be DM, which is super exciting. And this is Ipsilus. Ipsilus is a cool guy who apparently now thinks he can summon a Hydra by flapping his fabulous little beetle wings.
I can't wait for you to use that in battle and just go, Shazow! And then nothing happened. Don't worry, we'll explain the Hydra a little bit later on. But yes.
Yeah.
All right. And I've got, we usually do these kind of campfire scenes where we kind of delve into a little bit of the character and a little bit of their interests and stuff like that. So I'm going to ask Ipsilus, having been to Barovia, for a very short period of time, what is your impression of the landscape that surrounds you compared to where you had previously come from?
It's so cute. It's so nice.
Definitely got a vacation
here.
here.
People are really sweet. They are, I'm a fan of somebody cowering before you instead of trying to murder you.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I have to make the choice. So I like that about Barovia in general. People are very respectful. I definitely like the fact that the wildlife is much less intimidating here than where I was before. And that apparently our foes can be conquered in 2 rounds.
That's true.
If you really wanna.
That's
You
very
know?
true. That's very true. All right.
And
Turns out-
one last
Oh,
thing
yeah.
is that the weather is glorious here. It's not just like all raining boulders and fire.
Yeah,
So
very true.
that's a good time. I like it.
Is Ipsilis from the fire realm? No.
Well, you'll find out where Ipsis is from as we
You don't know.
as we
No.
continue playing. But of course, leading us into our next wonderful character is none other than Neil, playing the role of Vagag. But before we get to Neil, guys, a big warm welcome to the Motley Crusades. Welcome in.
Hello.
Throw in the raid emotes. Battle against this crusade as they come in. Although we will welcome them, of course, wholeheartedly. Welcome in. Please sit down. Let me know how your
and then bring them in.
let me know how your stream went while we listen to Neil tell us about his wonderful Goliath character. Neil.
Hello, I play Vagag, the Chronomancer wizard, Goliath, and yes, he is currently on a mission to find his lost students who happened to get lost in Barovia before he came here. Meeting up with the three crew here, and then the new Ipsilis that just showed up. And he's looking to have an interesting crew that can, or an interesting party of friends that can help him potentially find his students, the last remaining two. So,
All right. Well, hopefully Vagag will indeed get a chance to find his lost students amidst the dark forests of Barovia.
Or at least what's left of them.
Oh, what's left of them, yeah. Next up, of course, playing the role of the indomitable Argento, is none other than our delightful friend Charles. Charles, tell us about yourself and Argento.
As you said, my name is Charles, and I'm playing the ever so erratic Argento, who is a dragonborn paladin who's kind of got a unique past that has led him to basically just want to kill any and everything he deems evil, even if it is not evil to others in the party. Well, it's just sort of, if he says it's evil, then it must be destroyed, and that's just how he sort of likes to play things. So, yeah, Argento is a bit of a different character, but yes,
Love him.
very
Love him, though.
very formidable. Let's put it that way.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
When you want to get rid of a lot of wine barrels too.
Yeah,
Just
or-
tell them
yeah.
that-
Yeah, that's it.
tell
You
them
know,
they're evil. You'll
yeah,
kill
basically.
them.
Yeah. We should make like little stat cards, like little ID cards. Argento, Dragonborn, Paladin, Righteous Fury, Triggers, Wine Barrels.
Anything. Yeah.
Triggers
It doesn't have
anything.
to be a person. It can be a plant. It can be a barrel. It can be a tree.
Stop looking at me,
Anything that is
Bush.
evil, yes.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love that Argento is just an old school prohibitionist.
Yeah, that's what it is. Exactly.
All right, next up we have, of course, the very whimsical and amazing Tim playing the equally whimsical and amazing Domiro. Good evening, Tim. Tell us about your character.
Well, Demiro, a satyr bard, far traveler from lands beyond, always interested and looking for new things to experience wherever he goes. Probably opposite to Argento, who would be considered unstable and could fly off the handle any moment. Demiro is fairly predictable in that you can expect him to try and talk to everything first.
Or lay them. I mean, there was that very, very intimate moment.
The talking came first.
Yes. There's that very intimate moment with the green swamp hag earlier on.
Yes.
Well,
I mean,
they are the prettiest of hags.
I mean, what's a bit of green skin amongst friends?
That's very true. Very true.
He will follow the conversations through, and he does genuinely mean what he says. So, whether it leads to fighting or frolicking, either one's fun.
Fantastic. All right, and last but certainly not least, playing the role of our changeling cleric Esther is none other than the wonderful, the talented artist McKinley. Hello, Mac. How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I am spectacular. Tell us a little bit about Esther, if you would.
So, on a scale of Argento to Ipsos and how much they are enjoying their time here in Barovia, I would say they fall more on the Ipsos side, but kind of like neutral. Just a skip. But Esther's a strange mix of kind of just going with what's happening and kind of being also motivated at the same time, trying to help as many people as she can, but trying to do it while not like gung-ho about it, I guess. Just trying to help when she can.
All right. And I think Esther has definitely helped out in more than one occasion, having kept a lot of this group grounded with a very level-headed demeanor for the most part. Now, without any further ado, allow me to, of course, invite you, the audience members, to join me behind the GM screen. Unlike a lot of shows that are out there on the internet at the moment, if you're on the Dead Aussie Gamer channel, you're not here as an audience member. No. You are part of the GM entity that is here in order to play this game. Now, there are a number of ways that you at home can influence the game as we play. Now, the first way is through channel points, which will allow you to do things such as grant inspiration, generate plot twists, even give insight bonuses to help our PCs solve particularly difficult puzzles and the like. Also, to answer Fantasy Grounds' question, yes, I am using some of Van Richten's material. So yes, I'm using everything. Sirenscape, Fantasy Grounds, Van Richten, everything. It's all here. Now, there are, of course, yes, lots of little things that you can do there with the channel points. In addition, guys, if you would like, there are some rewards that you can use in order to donate to the channel, help us keep the lights on, and of course get some random effects. Starting with our $5 reward of a hero point or a jinx point. Now, unlike the channel points, which need to be consumed during that session, these ones will last until the players need them or want to use them. Hero points go to the players, jinx points go to me, and they can be used to give massive boosts, give advantage, disadvantage, or even petition for something bad or good to happen. And speaking of bad or good things happening, for $10, you can give the players a wheel or woe, meaning that something happening in that current scene will suddenly turn for the good or the benefit of the group, or turn drastically against the benefit of the group, which happens quite randomly and quite terrifyingly. For $20, you can give someone a nat 20. That's it. They just get a nat 20 they can use whenever they would like. Those ones are awesome and a lot of fun. And of course, for the big Mamma Jamma, the big whopping $50-doos, you can create a custom magic item or buff up one of the encounters, or if you are, depending on what time of day you show up in, you can also generate an NPC, which I will not only create, I will also stat out, and I will create a Hero Forge mini for, and insert into the game for a couple of episodes. You know, it won't just be a one-shot, one-use thing. You know, get some use out of it. Speaking of which, this brings us very neatly to today's episode. Now, let us dive back into the realms of Barovia. As our heroes find themselves along the western frontier of the Barovian countryside, outside the Wizard's Winery, they have recently met up with their new companion, a compatriot by the name of Ipsilus, who claimed to be traveling in search of, well, a multitude of things. After displaying his magical prowess and batting his gloriously luscious wings, a giant creature, a beast named a Hydra, slithered out from the undermuck and attacked the group. Rallying together, they managed to fend off the creature and destroyed it, harvesting bits and pieces, hoping to sell it. But of course, where in Barovia would one find a wearer or a trader this far from any town or city? Well, lucky for the group, a small, very unassuming figure happened to be passing by. And that is, of course, Badham. A halfling trader by nature. He came upon the group in their hour of need and has offered to purchase and trade in a number of not only non-magical trinkets and baubles, but incredibly unique and very interesting magic items as well. Now, last week my group was told that they have a period of time where they can buy and purchase things from their inventory as they would see fit. So if you guys have done that already, that is fantastic. If you haven't, however, we can catch up to that later. As the group is browsing the wares on the tables presented to them by the infamous Badham, Vagog leans forward and points out at something unusual. An amulet around the neck of poor Badham. The amulet bears the symbol of 3 daggers mounted in a circle. It kind of almost looks like a honey color with black stripes set through the gemstone that the symbol is ingrained in. And as you pointed out, he looks up and looks deep into Vagog's eye. And as he does, a wicked grin creeps across his face, almost too wide for his halfling mouth to reach. And as he looks deep within your eyes, he says, "Why, do you fancy one? I tell you, I got actually about maybe 3 or 4 of these things here. They're really pretty, you know, great for your wife, great for your family. You know, there's not a single person here that I think wouldn't really appreciate a fine, high-quality gift like this."
Can I do a little insight check to see why he wants that? If it's just plain greed or if it's a stronger desire than that?
Yeah, of course. Let me, of course, set a bit of a mood now as, beautiful. Alright. As you kind of try to sense the motive of why Vagog might want it, you think that Vagog maybe wants to inspect it more to kind of gain the knowledge of what it may represent over actually having a trinket or bauble, in particular.
Oh, I'm thinking the merchant.
Badham?
Yeah.
In which case you can make me a religion check if you would like.
Ew, a religion.
Yes.
That's fun. I'm much worse at religion checks. Let's do that then.
Oh!
But 19 isn't bad.
All right. Well, there are many gods throughout not only this universe, but multiple. You know for a fact that the realms of dread are separated by multiple portals. And while Badham seems to be piling through, like his legs are kind of sticking out of a small bag as he's digging around for more things to try and sell you, you recognize that some of the symbols here don't match the realm that you're from. They don't seem to... You see a symbol of what could be possibly a sun god, but instead of the symbol of Lathander, a rising sunset, you see instead a woman with large wings made of fire. You can see that over here, symbols that bear insignias of cities and towns you've never once seen before, and no sign of any wares of any of the trading companies or traveling units that you've come across in your passing. But there are rumors that you have expressed, because one realm, a realm that you had originally come from, had been connected to multiple. And you've seen this symbol being brandished before by a very sultry elf. She claimed that it represented the goddess Calistria, goddess of lust, trickery, and betrayal.
Ooh. I believe Calistria, if my 19 religion is correct, Calistria was also, wasn't she the her symbol was also a hornet?
Her holy servitors are hornets, yes, and she is known as the 3 Stings. Her symbol, of course, a circle with 3 daggers.
Oh, So is that what the what? So that's just some stuff that I see in his bag.
No, that's the symbol that you saw on his amulet.
Oh, on his amulet. Okay, but not Vagog's amulet, but his amulet. All right, cool. Um, ooh. Well, I'm going to sort of saunter up to him, and as someone that sort of likes to use any means possible to get a better deal.
That's the
on
symbol, by
something.
the way.
Oh, nice.
I would like to. I'm just gonna head over and just be like, I do think that Calistria is one of the most beautiful goddesses in the multiverse.
He pops his head almost like a rabbit, not out of the bag that you saw him climb in on, but out of a top hat that you can see just a short distance away. He says, "What's that now?" "Oh yes, no, Calistria. Oh, she's a fine goddess, that one. Definitely one for the ages and all that.
Oh yes.
It was very strange, actually, I used to be travelling around with me wife until the raging cow left me for my best friend. But since then, Calistria has been a great source of comfort for me."
Oh yes. There's I think she's a great comfort for many who have been wronged.
Oh, absolutely. And some people who want to be comforted for the right reasons, eh?
Oh, look at you, you're so funny. And he just sort of gently touches his arm. Just
He
You're
ki-
great.
he touches your arm back and he says, "Well, I mean, if of course you're into such fine things as of course that, then perhaps you would like something as vibrant and as alluring as yourself." And what he does is he tries to, and you can stop him if you want, he tries to slide onto your pinky finger what looks to be a mood ring.
Okay, I need an insight. I need to see. Is this a thing that's happening where I'm gonna have to buy it if he gets it on my finger?
Well, I mean, maybe. Right.
Ipsilus is not someone. Ipsilus does not believe that any favors come without like a contract.
Oh no, he's definitely expecting you to pay for it. He's doing the bad ham sell. But whether or not you allow him to put it on you is a whole other thing.
I will. I'll allow it. But then as he puts it on, I'm gonna put my hand a little more forcefully on his hand, sort of just holding it there until I find out what this thing does.
As he slides it onto your finger, he says, "Now this here is a scarab of an ancient and long forgotten pharaoh. He was quite a terrible husband. He was great pharaoh, but terrible husband. So he had trouble trying to figure out what his good lady wife, tended to want when the curtains were drawn, as it were. So he had his greatest and most powerful wizards fashion him a trinket to be able to tell how his wife was feeling, and that is, of course, the mood ring, as it were. Simply think of someone in the vicinity, and it changes colour to reflect, of course, not your emotions, but the emotions of the one that you're thinking about."
Ooh, that could
okay.
be quite used.
One moment. Froghemoth has just redeemed an insight bonus.
Oh
Is he
dear.
activated?
Yes, you have activated my trap card. Well done, Froghemoth. Ipsilus. The ring itself looks exactly as you describe. It actually has a kind of a scarab set to it, giving it kind of an Egyptian kind of feel, with, of course, the opal kind of set in like the beetle wings. However, as you are kind of examining this,
It matches.
it very much does. It's the perfect accessory.
Some tarpies.
Now, Vagog,
Yep.
you have actually read history about said item. The item was not actually designed to view the emotions of those around them, but to, in fact, influence them. It is a cursed ring, and what it would do is the emotion you believed that other person would be projecting they'd have to make a will save, or they would embody that emotion. So in this particular case, the pharaoh used to think his wife was always mad at him. And simply by wearing the ring, his wife was always mad at him.
Oh.
I feel like you just created like the ring of the almighty Karen. Like it's just.
How did you know the name of?
How
How do you know the name of the wizard? The wizard was yeah.
That's awesome.
All right.
So do I know that or?
I would.
All right. Well, no. Currently, only Vigog knows about that because that's the inside bonus from Froghemoth. I would also like to give a very special thank you to, of course, Ire Janasi for donating $25 to the channel. Ire, you have a choice of a variety of different things. I love that you're going to be giving a bonus to the GM. You are a wonderful human being, and I love you for it.
You're a
but of course, you get to pick how you would like to spend that $25. You can give me a nat 20 if you want, and then award a jinx point, or you could suddenly turn this into a very woeful scenario. It is up to you how you wish to spend it. Feel free, let me know, and then let me know in chat, and then we'll make that happen. All right. So,
my lord.
to return to the scenario, Ipsilus, as far as you know, it is a pretty ring that apparently reads other people's moods. Vigog, you are aware that it is the cursed ring of well, you know what? I'm just going to call it. It is the ring of Karen Bane.
Karen Bane?
Do cursed items get stuck on you in this, or is that a...
Some do, not all of them.
I would just kind of go up to Ipsilus and kind of pat him on the shoulder to kind of get his attention and whisper to him, I'd be a little careful about that ring.
What's that? Sorry, did you say a little careful? Is that some kind of short joke there?
I said I whispered him!
Oh, yeah, I'm right here. How quiet do you want to whisper? He's holding me arm. He starts waving his arm, which you're still hanging onto.
And
no,
I certainly am.
Ipsilus's
I
arm.
sure am. And I just sort of like, I sort of creep up to his wrist and grab his wrist and sort of pull him a little closer. And I start leaning in, like, and I'm gonna, if he allows it, I'm gonna give him a little kiss on the cheek.
Oh, he will.
I'm just gonna say, that was pleasant. If he's telling the truth, it gets much less pleasant from now on.
He blushes a little bit as you do so. He says, well, I mean, look, I'm sure all things have a history, but you know, ultimately, aren't we all just accessories to the things that make us feel pretty?
I'm gonna look him up and down and just be like, I mean, I could accessorize with you.
Oh, you cheeky devil, you. He sort of, like, gently boops you on the nose. He says, now, sorry, just to recap, who here has gotten a magic item from Badham, or at least offered a magic item from Badham?
I got some
I was after the instrument before.
Yep, so the instrument. All right, and Mac?
I don't think we have yet.
Nope. Okay.
Although that ring would actually be quite useful if you knew how it worked.
That's very true.
Oh yeah.
Now, in order to trade for this very valuable item, all I would ask for is, in simple return, one of the just a trinket, a small portion of a particular emotion that you might be feeling at a given time. That's all. Yeah, emotions are like blood. You give a little, and then after time it grows back after you have a cookie. Exactly same thing there. I just need a little wee bit of your emotion, and you can have that glorious drink for free. Well, I mean, for the emotion, of course.
So, above table, this is going to be an internal monologue, so I'm not actually saying. Back down at the table. Well, I know, I've been trained that emotions can only get in the way when you have a mission. This could be useful. This could be a boon to me in many ways. And he looks at the merchant and says, "You may have a bit of my desire for vengeance."
Ah, well, that's perfectly fine. That's exactly what I'd need. All right. With that, he leaves the ring with you and sort of goes back into the hat that he's kind of half popping out of. And as he does, he sort of backflips out of the drawer, which kind of opens, and he sort of crawls out. And as he does, he seems to have a crystal ball that's kind of very, very clear and slightly smoky. As he does, he says, "All right, all I need to know is what your subject of your vengeance is. And you don't need to tell me out loud. You don't need to say it. Just whisper it to the orb. And, speak the truth, because, I don't know what happens if you don't. But there you go. He hands you the orb.
And I just have to. So I just have to tell him what emotion I want to get rid of, or why.
Oh, whisper the subject of your vengeance.
Oh, okay, all right.
Everyone leans in.
I'm gonna cover my mouth. I'm gonna try to whisper it as quietly as possible. And I'm just gonna whisper, Asmodeus.
All right. As you say that, there's a large flame that appears in the center of the orb. No one else can see this, but Ipsilus, you then see the symbol of Asmodeus in the orb. However, as soon as you whisper the name, those words, that symbol, starts to shudder and float several inches outside of the orb. Then it cracks. Suddenly, you see one large demonic eye before the flame snuffs out and the orb shatters to pieces. Badham looks at it and goes, "Oh no! What happened there? Oh my, He picks up the piece. He's like, "That was it. What's wrong with you? How much vengeance do you have? My God!"
I'm just gonna look at him and just be like, "Well, I suppose I have a little less now, don't I? And I suppose it was just," and he sort of gives a cheeky little wink. I suppose it was a little too big for you to handle, wasn't it?
He kind of throws the glass on the ground. He's a little bit frustrated. He's like, "Oh, but you know what? I hope the rest of you are a bit easier. Now you there, Satyr man."
I'm sure it's a you break it, you bought it kind of scenario, but given it's broken, it's also worth it.
All right, look, you might be right there. All right, but listen, Badham is not one to welch on deals. So look, the ring is yours. All right. Maybe we can also make another deal. Now, you, Mr. Demiro, is that your name?
It's just Demiro.
Demiro. Now, you said that you were after some kind of special instrument.
Yes, I was interested in that. Or music, if you have any music.
All right, well, I have something very special for you. Now, there is said once upon a time that a man or woman, I mean, I'm not gender biased, ended up working as a pest controller. Would travel from town to town, ridden vermin from the landscapes, all for a single silver piece. Quite a magnanimous person, this. But one day they came upon a small and impoverished town, and the town promised vast wealth. They got rid of all the vermin, but the townsfolk, well, they would not part with any gold whatsoever. So, that person decided to seek vengeance.
I think I've seen that person still selling pies around town.
Well, they don't anymore because they got hung. Because you see, what they did was they took their pipe, sharpened it into a knife, and stabbed the town's mayor. So I've got that, and he pulls out a pipe that's also a knife. Pipe knife. It's a pipe, and you play it, and it's also a knife.
I'm just going to check it doesn't have like Argento's family name on it or something.
It does not. It is a it is a silver it is the okay, so it is the silver stabbing pipe. The silver stabbing pipe counts as a +1 keen wounding dagger.
Okay.
Ooh.
So basically, when you stab someone with it, they begin to profusely bleed, and as they do so, the blood passes over the little holes and actually plays music as people are dying.
So just stabbing them is going dan 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 dan.
Yeah, basically. Yep. Pipe knife. Buy one, get one free. No, sorry, I've only got one.
I suppose if I play music with it, then it would strike straight at the heart.
Yes, indeed. Right.
And then cut those heartstrings.
Indeed.
God.
Nice.
Someone would call it a wind instrument. I wouldn't.
Oh, Lord.
But it depends if you hit a lung.
Yeah. All right. Well, so would you be willing to trade this fabulous pipe knife for your little bauble there?
Sure.
Ah, fantastic. He hands you the pipe knife, and you hand him
What?
the amulet.
Wait, come here. Wasn't that what we were looking for?
We weren't looking for an amulet that I know of. I mean, we found plenty. We've got an amulet of the drunkard. I think we got one off Druid.
Oh,
This one was just in a
Okay.
box.
all right.
I mean, it looks old and dusty to me. I don't know why he wants this.
Oh, well, I like to collect old and dusty things. It's how I met my wife. Cheating bitch.
Oh, wow.
Well, he did mention that his wife cheated on him and left him.
I can't imagine why.
No, he's very pleasant. All right. Now, Esther, did you have something?
Oh, you're. I thought you were.
All right. Now, you there, big dragon. Look at you, all large and dragony. I bet, you don't have a toothbrush on you, do you? No, you carry swords and you carry shields. You carry all kinds of different things to go travelling around, but I bet you don't have a toothbrush, do you? Well,
I don't say anything. I just growl at it.
he sort of, yes, your mouthwash, he says as he wafts his hand in front of his face. He says, but don't worry, listen, Bad Ham's got you covered. I've got everything you need for the finest of dental care for any kind of carnivorous humanoid creature. All right, have a look at this. This here is what I like to call the great big pearly white toothbrush. Right? Just brush your teeth with these, and they'll do wonders for your smile.
I don't smile very much.
Oh well, you won't be able to help it once you get started with this bad boy. And look, I'll even do you a reasonable price. Okay, I'll tell you this: at some point or another, I'll need you to arm wrestle a fella for me. All you have to do is arm wrestle someone. No, I mean not now. Obviously, there's no one here. It's just us in the middle of the bloody woods. But some point or another later on, I'm going to ask you to arm wrestle someone. All you need to do is say yes.
Oh, my God.
Of arm wrestles.
So you would like me to arm wrestle somebody for a toothbrush?
Words that never thought would be ever crossed a past a D&D table, but here we are. Yes.
Here we are.
Is the toothbrush like a magical weapon I can stab someone with, and
It's secretly.
it cleans their teeth while I stab them? Kind of like his weapon plays music. That's pretty cool, but
Well,
Clean your
no.
teeth as I stab
I
your
mean,
mouth.
kind of, but also no. But it's a toothbrush, and it is magical. I will say that. This is a magical toothbrush.
You'll
What
never
does it
run out
do?
of toothpaste.
What does it do? I don't know. I've never used it
Clean my
myself.
teeth.
Look. He twisted around. He says specifically for reptiles only, and I'm not a reptile, so I've never really used it on me teeth before.
I've heard some call you a snake before, though.
Ah, no. They say I sell snake oil, and I do have some of that if you need it. Right? It's brilliant for everything. Rheumatism, for your it's for your hair. I mean, look. I used to be bald, and look at my luscious locks.
Was that when you were a baby?
Look, you. I might have been. Scram, kid, you ruined my style. Yeah. All right, what say you, big fella? Do you want the toothbrush or
I'm
not?
happy to arm wrestle anybody you ask me to, but if it means taking the toothbrush, I guess I will take the toothbrush. But I will just arm wrestle anybody. I don't need it.
I don't. You look him square in the eye. You're like, I don't care who I arm wrestle. I will arm wrestle anyone. Just make me look at them, and I will break them. Yeah, just okay. Jesus. Okay.
I will rip their arm off and give it to you. That's what you
He's
like.
like, no, just an arm wrestle will be fine. But here you go, lad. And look, here's some free toothpaste as well. He hands that to you. All right. Now, young lady, you strike me as someone who is a little bit particular about your magic items. So I've got something very special for you. He reaches into his pouch and produces. Yes.
I would really like to. I'm looking at my ring, and I'm now looking over at Badham, and and I'm thinking, gosh, he just seems so generous, because all of this stuff that he's giving away, like, I'm used to having to trade very heavily for anything that I need, so I'm just like, he seems really generous. That's so nice of him.
He's really nice. He's a brilliant dude. He reaches into his pouch, and you kind of get a kind of a vibe as he pulls out the next item, which is just a simple deck of playing cards. In fact, it's not just a simple deck of playing cards. It looks old and dusty, like it's traded hands a number of times. He says, right, well, this one's pretty much, it's difficult for me to pass on. Very, family heirloom and all that. But I think it was meant for you. He says as he walks over to Esther and sort of puts it into your hand. And he says, now listen. This I'll give you completely free of charge. But it comes with a very, very dire warning. And that is, don't ever, ever forget to tip your waiter. as he hands it to you.
Is a cow.
As he hands you this deck.
Wait. Okay. Just need to think of something. So, I have Esther's cards that she just has as her, the holy symbol.
Yep.
Then we have the cards that her sister gave her.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had the card that Madame Ava gave her.
Well, that was a card. That was a card.
What? Well, yes, but still, what is
1
it?
out of 52.
Hold on.
Gotta find the other
Hold on. I need to
51.
know what it is with the cards. Why am I getting so many cards?
Well, one card is your card for your family. One card is your card for the voodoo. Another card is your card for Strahd. And this is something else.
We got a total of 52 cards at the end.
Well, if you want to...
Yes, I am. Argonaut.
Funny enough, one of the tools that Demiro is proficient with is
No, I'll
cards.
take them. It's so funny to me that this is just hey, Esther, you want cards? I have cards. Do you want cards?
Yep.
Fine.
If they're all, yeah. If they're all plus ones, you just make 52 deck and they'd be a plus 52.
Just got to watch out for that red card.
I look at the cards, just kind of turn them over a bit, and I say, I'll make sure I keep that in mind. Thank you.
He then says, excellent. This is absolutely wonderful. Now, for you, big man. Now, this is quite... this is going to be quite a challenging bit. But you strike me as someone with not enough time on your hands. So I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you something that's going to give you all the time in the world. All right? You ready for it?
Please enlighten me, yes.
He hands you a book.
Okay, what's the title?
The title of the book is 1001 Ways to Pass the Time.
Have I heard of this book before?
You have not. Actually,
okay.
anyone who wishes to may make a history check.
Ooh.
That's actually what I'm pretty good at. Yeah, 20.
Damn it. All right. This is a cursed book. If you begin to read it, it actually slows time down by 1/100th of a... basically by 1/100th times. Meaning that every second you read the book, 10 days will pass.
Oh my god.
What? All right.
That's not 1/100th.
So he handed me the book?
Look, I don't math. Talk to Rob. Rob's fine. Rob will math me.
That's about 1/1,000,000th, but yes.
Yeah.
Very well, then a whole day will pass. You read it for 1 second, a day will pass.
Okay.
Wow.
I asked him if he's read this.
Have I read it? Yeah, a million times.
Okay, so if that's the case, can you? I kind of open it towards him and point. What does that say? And I just like point at the first like word on the first page.
All right. So as you open it and look for the word to put your finger
No,
on.
I'm not looking at it. I'm just flipping.
Well, how do you know where to put your
word.
finger on?
I don't. I just point at a random word.
Yeah, but you have to point at the word, meaning you're targeting the word.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
know
which
what
you
the
have
word
to look at to target it.
I'm just doing the whole.
I don't know. That seems very
like-
shaky.
It's like spinning a globe and putting your finger on. You don't know where it's gonna land.
Yeah, but you don't say I'm gonna spin the globe and then put my hand on the nearest city. I'm gonna you have to know where you put it in the city. Anyway, so as you hand it to him,
Trying to get him to read it without me reading it.
yeah, he'll read it. He looks at it and he goes, "'Twas the best of years, the worst of years. Blah 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 blah. Something potatoes. Yeah.
I just close the book
All right.
and I throw it at him. I know what this is.
Oh, damn.
All right.
Damn.
He says, well, I swear, he takes pictures
You're
of the
trying
book
to give me a cursed book.
and he dusts it off and he says, well, I never. What kind of accusation is that? I would never peddle such menial wares. I mean, everyone has got...
I point to Ipsilus and I say, Ipsilus, that ring is also very cursed.
What?
Ooh, do tell. How
It's called
cursed. And
It's called the Ring
Hold
of
on.
Carabane.
Karen Bane. Ooh,
Karen
I
Bane.
knew many Karens. I'm going to as we're talking, I'm going to sort of step onto the other side of the merchant, and I'm gonna ask, do you know what it does by any chance?
Well, of course. It does exactly what I told you it did 5 minutes ago that I absolutely remember in complete and unequivocal detail.
I just look at Ipsilus and go,
So while they're doing this, I've snuck off to the corner with my back to everybody, and I turn around mid-brush.
All right. Now, this is actually important. Now, Charles, how many times did you brush your teeth? Like, if you consider a forward and back stroke a single brush, how many
I've probably
times?
done like 2 times, maybe.
2 times.
I
All
was
right.
just started.
So, your teeth have grown 20% in size.
I'm
You
like a beaver.
now have a 1d4 bite attack
Ooh.
ooh.
Nice.
permanently.
Nice.
Does
I don't know
anything
about
wrong
curse,
with
but these-
Sergeant? Yeah.
What's that?
I was
No,
going to
this
say,
is
does
cursed.
Yeah.
Well,
Also,
imagine if you brush your teeth 20 times.
also,
Oh my God.
yeah. Also, your mouth is very minty fresh.
Come like Jaws on all the Bond movies. Bite through cables.
But yes, your teeth have grown 50%. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 50% larger.
Nice.
All right.
But yeah, looking at Argento after he comes back in, does anything else look wrong with him, or does he just have those teeth?
No, he just seems to be. He kind of seems to be smiling because his teeth are now a little bit too big for his gums. So he's like,
Perma smile.
Constantly biting
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah. It's like the Joker. I'm just
all right. Now he goes, now listen here. I don't know where you think you get off calling my
Pardon
wares
me, good
cursed.
sir, but I believe Vagog was telling me something about this ring.
Oh, yes. Go on. Tell us all about the ring.
The ring is exactly how he said, where you can
See, exactly as I said. No more questions needed. All right. He starts to pack
However-
up his table.
it makes the
You
I
forgot what
forgot-
it did.
no, it kind of works. It kind of works both ways. Like when you put on the ring, it because the ring was owned by a he said Egyptian pharaoh, where his wife he got the I am very bad at explaining things, but like me myself, but
Make a wisdom check.
thank you. Not good, but
Is that-
yeah,
um,
5.
Nope. Unfortunately, Vagog is also not great at explaining things.
Murray, by the way.
Pardon?
Who was that, Murray, by the way?
Oh yeah, Murray was yeah going.
Okay, I take out, just sort of like present him.
All right, you take out Murray. As you do so,
Murray.
Murray!
right. Oh hey, I got a thing. That can go away. Come here, you can go up here. All right. As Esther pulls out from his bag, it is I, the Skull, Murray, and I. What are you all doing?
Buying stuff, trading.
Shopping?
Apparently getting some strange trades.
He looks he looks over at Badham, and Badham looks at him, and you watch as he because he doesn't have a jaw, he doesn't have the ability to, but you can watch him go.
Just go slam.
You bastard! You did this to me! Ah! As he starts to run, you watch Murray. You watch it. Yeah, you watch as Murray sort of jumps out of Esther's arm and starts rolling across the ground. I'll bite your legs off! As he's like, this isn't. All right, this is not my fault. You said you wanted to be immortal. This is not what I meant. As he's like, but I didn't lie to you. Yes, you did. Yes, look, okay, so maybe I embellished as to what immortal meant. You said I would be beautiful forever. Well, I think you're quite fetching. What do you mean I'm quite fetching? And Badham picks him up and then throws him. Fetch. Ah!
That hurt. That hurt my dad's soul even.
Can I like keep throwing it at us?
Yeah, he's gonna throw Murray at Esther. And as Badham goes, well, okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that's my time. But oh, would you look at that? It's time for me to go. I've got another appointment with a dentist. All right, please enjoy all your good stuff, and always remember, tip your waitress. He's gonna quickly grab his stuff, which folds very neatly back into the bag that he was carrying, and he's going to run.
I'm gonna try and grab him before he leaves.
No,
Yeah, well, I'm standing right behind him, and I'm gonna.
Oh yeah.
All right, both of you. Okay, both of you may make an athletics check at advantage.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it. Let's see if we can do it.
Yeah!
Handling.
Very nice.
Oh my god. And Okay.
All right, no, both of you grab him you grab one arm each as he's sort of in the air. His legs are kind of going, but he's not. He doesn't seem to be going anywhere. All right, what do you do?
I just look at him and I say, "What does the ring really do, Badham? I told you it would get much less pleasant."
He says, "All right, well, the ring does kind of, do exactly as I said. It reflects what people's emotions are when you're thinking about what emotions that should be. That's all."
Wait, are
Now
you
the
saying that
curse
I can
effect.
control emotions?
Yes.
You'll get their emotion as well.
Wait, I'll get their emotion as well?
What?
okay.
I mean,
I'm gonna look directly at Badham, and I am just going to feel just this intense connection, this desire to help and be generous, which I will then feel as well.
I'm gonna need
because-
I'm gonna need you to make me a wisdom save on that.
Wait,
Let's
I turned
see.
to Esther quick. Esther, don't you have a spell that can, like, detect lies or make it so someone can't lie? Or don't you have something like that?
Ooh, that's not a great wisdom check.
All right. You suddenly feel this wave come over you. You feel a desire to basically try and swindle, try and cheat, try and lie, try to betray pretty much everyone around you. And most importantly right now, Vagog is probably the main source of who you'd want to betray right this very second. It's an urge. It's a roiling, bubbling urge. Now you don't want to kill him, right? I want to point out there's no violence here, but you definitely want to betray him in some way.
Oh God! All right, what would be the best way to betray Vagog? What do I know about Vagog at this point? We've only just met.
Yeah, you guys have only just met. Right now, really, the only thing you've seen Vagog express is his annoyance at Badham.
Oh, so he doesn't like Badham.
He's trying to sell.
So
his person.
I'm gonna look at Badham and I'm just gonna say, I think I'd like to keep you around for a bit.
I'm sorry.
I think maybe you'll have fun traveling with us.
Oh, well, you see, I've got plenty of places to set up my shop and sell other people my wares. I mean, I can't simply be an exclusive company for this wonderful party.
I'm going to, as Vagog is holding his other arm, I'm going to start twisting this arm until I see it starting to hop out of the shoulder.
All right. As you do this, I'm gonna let Vagog. What are you doing? Are you?
First question. He was inside of a hat, right? And we just lifted him up.
No. So he was inside.
Oh.
He was like jumping in and out of like hats and drawers and stuff on a small table that he had set up with his wares. What he then did was he packed all those wares down back into a bag, which is kind of like the Felix the cat bag. He's kind of put them into that, and he was trying to run away with that bag.
Okay, so is the bag still on the ground, or is he holding out of the bag?
Oh my god. This is about to get terrible, isn't it? Betrayal. Oh god.
All right. So Vagog, what are you doing?
Is the bag still on the ground?
Oh no, he's got it in his hand.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to grab the bag. And how big is the bag?
It's pretty large. I mean, it's like a briefcase,
Is it smaller or bigger than 4 feet?
It is smaller than 4 feet, I'd say.
Okay, I want to try and attempt to take it from him and then put it in my bag of holding.
All right, make an athletics check.
Oh no.
Actually, no. He's gonna give it to you.
Oh no.
All right, so
Yes.
you're gonna put it in your bag of holding.
Yes.
Do I see him doing this?
You do, but you are currently compelled by by betraying Vagog.
Also,
Oh
no metagaming.
my god. No, I wasn't going to try to do anything.
No, I get it. I get it.
Roll.
I get it. All right,
Good roll.
Vagog, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as you
Oh,
grab the bag
Jesus.
and throw it into your bag of holding.
6. Oops. I don't have
Yeah.
any hero points or anything, so.
No. Okay. Does anyone in chat want to give Vagog a reroll? Because
Oh my God.
this,
They've given him enough, I think.
I feel like they've
Yeah,
given him
there's-
plenty.
Now they just want to see what happens.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, it looks like we got it.
Oh, we got one reroll. All right, get your reroll in.
All right,
Goodness,
come on.
you know, your best.
Yeah, okay, 21.
All right, there we go. Jesus. All right. Well, Vagog, what was in your bag of holding?
Almost everything?
Cool.
No, it's
With a very sudden and very violent explosion of light and energy, the the fabric that made your bag of holding suddenly twists inside out and creates an almost perfect black orb. This orb immediately boom, expands outwards, vaporizing a portion of the ground, a portion around you, and you literally just move in time to avoid losing about a third of your body in the explosion. As both the bag and your bag of holding disappear from sight.
What? How big was his bag?
Well, you stuffed a dimension into another dimension.
God. Oh my
Oh.
God.
Oh, he had
Oh
a bag
my-
of holding.
What do you think? Yeah, his
God.
thing was a bag of holding. And that just vaporized all that stuff. And he
wow.
looks at you and he's like, so to be clear, of course, the amulet is still around his neck. Like he actually did put that on.
Got Murray out of the bag. My God.
Whoa. Yeah, Murray would have.
Yeah, that's right. Murray would have been wiped out. So you watch as Murray just, whew, that was close.
Oh my God.
All right, so
The only thing
All right.
that
Well.
had to be out of the bag was Murray.
yeah, basically, the
Okay, let's see. I lost cartographer's tools. I lost healer's kit. I lost the stone of appraisal that I had for my student.
Oh shit.
I lost the portable RAM that I had before, that we used to break the stuff. And then just a bunch of like equipment, like
yeah, it's all gone. Everything. You kind of stand there
Oh.
and look in literally dismay for a few moments. Oh wait, what kind of wizard are you?
It is fortunate that.
Well, one
there
second.
I'm
isn't a freighter
a
here.
That's true.
the chronomancer wizard, but
Well, do you have an
I already-
arcane? Do you have an arcane focus or a spell book?
technically it's an arcane focus. I'm using my pocket watch, but
And-
that I keep
and-
out of the bag,
Where do you keep it out of the bag?
like on my side,
Okay. Oh,
because I use it.
yeah.
most of
Because you
time
made the
on
because you made the
spells.
second deck save high enough. I'll allow it, along with any weapon that you have. Like you can still be carrying it, but yeah, everything else is just gone.
Shit,
I
okay.
have a
I'll delete it.
question.
Yes.
The little halfling that he was holding, did he make the deck save?
Oh no, he would need to have let him go. So basically, Ipsilis, you currently have him in your arm. But hold on, we'll come to that in a moment. The explosion, however, was only in
Well,
the
that was
5
the
foot
first
square
time
that
that's
Vagog
ever
was
happened.
in. So only Vagog was
Okay.
affected. Argento,
Vagog
Demiro, and
is
Esther,
very
you've
familiar.
seen all this. What's that?
Did
I
the
lost
guy
my
get
Irish
ever
pick, too.
familiar?
Did you have? No, he had an arcane focus. Yeah, that's what I asked, just in case he did actually
I
have
thought he had a
something.
bat.
He kind of is in a separate dimension already. So
Oh, where's
and
this?
I haven't
So, whoa,
and I haven't cast the spell, so I haven't recently summoned him.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
more importantly, Ipsilis, you notice that you are actually holding on to what looks to be a mannequin hand. As I'm going to burn my nat
What?
20,
Oh my God.
And I'm going to burn the jinx point that you were given.
Me, Ipsilis, I was given a jinx.
You were given a jinx point.
I
Oh,
risk it,
dear.
too.
And I'm going to use that to have Bad Ham have escaped and stealthed away very
The
quietly.
explosion.
Oh.
In the explosion. While the explosion had distracted you guys, he had with his nat 20 escaped away. Although you have done.
How do I?
I was
How
gonna
do I
say.
feel about Vigog right now?
There's probably a bit of it's almost like shell shock. I would think is the apt description of what everyone is currently feeling.
But I'm not influenced by the ring anymore now that Bad Ham is gone.
No,
The
no,
person
no.
I was reflecting.
Yeah. Now you're not
Well, the
reflecting.
ring.
Now you're not reflecting Bad Ham's feelings. You
Okay.
you are now back to normal. You kind of feel that sense of something had a hold of your mind, but is no longer.
Okay.
Now, just real quick, let's go around. So, Esther, what is your reaction to this? You currently hold Murray in your hands.
So I guess I was just kind of off the side while it was happening, right? So I wasn't near the well, I guess I was near, but I wasn't like gonna be affected by the explosion, right?
Pardon?
I wasn't gonna get hit by
No.
the
No, you weren't.
explosion in the.
Oh, actually, Neil, that is a very good point.
No, I know. All
Oh,
my
no.
combat stuff I keep outside, so the spell book was fine.
Yeah, but your spellbook you prep at the beginning of the day. You don't actually use your spellbook during combat.
Yeah, but I didn't put it in the bag
Why not?
because I never.
Because you can't hold your weapon and your timepiece and your spellbook all simultaneously while casting with somatic components.
You can just have it tied to his belt.
Doesn't it use my arcane focus?
Yeah, no, but you need a spellbook to learn your spells from.
Yeah. So in one hand I'd have the.
No, you don't. See, okay, so
spellbook
here's the
and
thing.
then-
You don't wield. So here's the thing. If you have your spellbook as your as your spell focus, you would have the book out and you would read from it. If you have
Yeah.
arcane focus, you prepare your spells at the beginning of the day, learn those spells, and then you have your focus, which you use to just channel your spells.
Right.
So
So
tradition-
I never put it in the bag of holding though. It was.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to say this. I'm going to roll a
I was
percentage.
counting the weight.
I'm gonna roll a percentage on that, mostly because, in the event of your bag of holding being destroyed, I'm not going to say that you walked around like you were like a Sherpa with like a million things just attached to belts on you. So I'm gonna roll a percentage because it was never speculated.
I'm a Goliath, though, so it's-
Yeah, no, but it was never speculated and it was never specified as to where it is. But there is no good reason I would see that you would keep it out of the bag of holding. Like there is no actual legitimate reason. Like again, if you had the spellbook as your main casting focus,
Okay. Yeah.
I'd say
I mean,
yes.
He might actually have his inventory set up. In Fantasy Grounds, you can specify
Yeah.
exactly where you are carrying stuff. So it's
Oh,
in
let's
the
see if he
bag.
did that. Inventory.
I did because I got rid of all the stuff
Yeah.
that had the bag of holding.
Oh, yeah.
tab.
Oh yeah, no, he hasn't specified locations. That's fine. All right, so roll us a percentage. I'm going to say that there is.
I did.
I
I just already deleted everything.
what? No.
'Cause you said it-
No. Roll a percentage in chat.
Right.
So I'm going to say there is a 25% chance, so reasonably low chance. I'm going to say 25% chance. With a 27, you narrowly avoid having put it. Just this morning, for some reason or another, you thought maybe I should like keep it out to read a little bit more and refresh as we were walking, and it was not in your bag. So there you go. You still have it. There you go.
Oh,
All right.
dang. That would have sucked. I would have been like, well, all right.
All right. Now,
Let's happen.
Now, to reiterate, because I've been trying to do this for a little bit, Esther, what is your reaction to what has just happened? Also rain.
Sorry?
I said also rain.
Oh, that's
There's still
right.
rain?
Yeah.
There's still rain? Okay. Then I'm just first making sure that Murray's alright at this point. He seems okay.
I'm fine.
He's flung this way. Just clung.
It's just a shame that that little bastard couldn't be put in the goddamn bag. Also, I'm very happy that I wasn't in it as well. That was a close one.
You were close.
I also just have one. So I wouldn't have. I obviously wouldn't have seen what happened. Bad Ham leaving, but can I surmise that he would have left around the time of the explosion, and so it'd be still within 30 feet or something?
Well, probably not. He'd definitely be running.
Okay, so he would be he would be further than 30 feet at this point.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure. I didn't know how fast he was running. Okay. Then I'm just kind of looking around, seeing that Argento now has longer teeth.
Yeah, Argento definitely has longer teeth. He kind of like, yeah, just always kind of looks like he's stretching his teeth out. Argento, what's your reaction to the implosion?
I'm a bit just staring like at Vergog like, what did you do this time?
I don't know.
Jesus.
What?
I want to point out that people might start thinking that I'm picking on Vagog, but I feel like there's no point in that I...
Nope, that was 100% Fagog.
Good, excellent. I'm glad.
Yeah.
He's like Chunk from the Goonies. He's just give it to him, and he's gonna like destroy it. Or, you know.
All right.
Don't give me anything. Just let me have it when I need it. And
Demira?
then I'll give it back to someone else.
Well, you know, Vagag, I always thought you were the kind of guy that was left holding the bag, but I guess not.
Yeah, I guess so.
I like that one.
And why is Murray the only thing that survived?
Yes.
Well, I only use the word survived loosely.
uh,
I didn't mean no.
that was amazing.
Oh yes, by the way, I know this is probably only relevant because you only ask me questions when it's relevant to you, but I
Murray,
actually know that
asked
man.
you a question for weeks.
I know!
Yeah.
I've been in your smelly bag for weeks!
And yet you keep answering questions we're not asking.
I know. It's called exposition.
But you also haven't answered anything yet that we didn't already know.
Yes. I just have to point... It's also called hindsight.
Is this holding Murray like this and just like shifting in my hand?
Yeah, he's shifting his weight around a little bit. Because as you can see, he can kind of propel himself to roll when he needs to, so I mean...
So can I do like an Arcana check to see just how dangerous what Vagog did actually was?
You don't... well, yeah, you can make an Arcana... Anyone who wishes to may make an Arcana check to try
Well,
and figure that out, but...
But we could see that was an actual black hole, right?
Yeah. Long story short, it temporarily transformed the two spaces between into a sphere of annihilation.
Which nothing returns from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So I just know.
Weirdly enough, Argento is the only one who knows that that's what happens.
Oh, yep.
No one else has any
Must be the
clue.
teeth.
I just like,
I'm like,
Vagog
I'm like
rolls a
sensing my teeth make me more knowledgeable of these things.
Brain.
Teeth make me look smart. Teeth make smarts.
Jesus. All right.
oh,
He's eating
my
the
God.
knowledge.
All right.
I'm gonna look at Murray and just be like, chatterbox. You say you have answers. What in the nine hells was that?
As he's about to answer, Argento, you can answer instead if you like.
Simply, it was a black hole because Doofus here decided to put one bag of holding into another bag of holding, and then that created this massive void of space and time, and it turned into a black hole because the wizard doesn't know this. Apparently, you can't put a bag of holding into a bag of holding, but
Did he just destroy? Because he was pulling things out of hats and out of bags. Did he just destroy the entire inventory
pretty much.
the traveling merchant?
Yes, there's no more gifts. Luckily, I got this toothbrush before it was destroyed. Because
He didn't realize he was holding a closing down sale.
I mean, unless anyone has actually seen him,
The
he
fire
might have
sale.
destroyed the traveling merchant as well.
Very true.
I'm suddenly going to realize that I have just this arm in my hand.
Oh no, there he is. Or at least what's left of him.
Can I tell if this is actually part of him or if this is a fake?
Oh no, it's definitely a fake. Actually, it is
Okay.
a surprisingly realistic fake. In fact, it is as a magic item. It is known as the unnervingly realistic limb.
Nice.
It has no other function than to be unnervingly realistic.
Perfect. Okay. All right. I'm going to look at that. I'm just going to look at him. I'm going to say,
Hey,
I would appreciate it if you would stay at least 10 feet away from me at all times, sir.
sorry, just real quickly in regards to that arm, are you going to use that?
Oh my God. This is.
What?
You?
Oh, look
would
at
you-
me! We can't afford to give our spare hands to the skull. Oh no, that'd be evil.
Well, I suppose if you answer my question, I wouldn't be remiss in giving you a little present.
Well, okay, fine. I will make myself useful, and then you will rue the day. Rue it you
Oh,
shall.
It is
Shall I?
useful as a,
Ruing shall be had.
Okay. Oh.
Really so bad.
Yes.
Well, I
Can't go
feel
in the
as
bag
though
anymore
you
because
are-
it's gone.
Oh, Lord.
You're right, Murray, and I'll mount him on the end of the arm so we can just hold him out.
Oh my God.
He's just on the shoulder piece. And the...
Yes, Esther.
I don't. So I was just looking at the description of the Golthias staff, so I don't think I'd be able to. But would there be any way I could use that, or use one of the druidic focuses that we found to craft basically a blight body for? Right?
Oh my God.
Nice.
You could 100% make a blight body for Murray through the notes that you've actually gotten. Yeah, you could.
Oh,
I have found a very good use for him at the moment, though. So if you don't mind, Murray, I'm just going to wrap you up a little bit, and then don't mind this. This might feel a little wet,
What will work?
or some oil over the.
you're waterboarding the man.
That's found the right size. Perfect. Thanks, Murray.
All right. Well, with an oil-soaked rag and the like, the five of you take a moment to dry yourself off from the rain, waiting for the storm to pass. You share many moments to discuss, obviously, the encounter with Badham, as well as to explore the various items that you now have in your purchase. Ipsilis, you now not only have a pair of chopsticks that skin people, but you also have a mood ring that is able to reflect or inflict the emotional state of you while you are wearing it. It is something that can be taken off and put on, but when it is made a emotional connection to someone, it takes a little extra effort to pull it off. When it's not attached, however, it just comes on and off easily. Vagag, unfortunately, you do not acquire anything except for some bad wishes and the loss of your bag of holding. Argento, you have a very smashing toothbrush that apparently has allowed you to grow teeth. Now, if you use this every day for 2 strokes precisely, you will gain a 1d4 bite attack. If you make 3 strokes, you will gain a 1d6 bite attack. 4 strokes will gain a 1d8, 5 will get a 1d10, 6 will get a 1d12, and anything higher will snap your neck in half like a bear trap.
Yes.
So,
Way out. I love it.
now, in addition, and this is kind of a secret, but I feel like I'm going to tell you because I'll probably forget, you can also use the toothbrush on other objects that are made of bone. So, if you, say, used it on Murray, Murray would grow in size as you scrubbed his skull.
If you scrubbed underneath,
And
you
if
could give him a
you
body.
scrubbed him 7 times, he would pop.
No, he would just keep growing. It's just because he's got no joints. If he had a joint, like, if he had his jaw, you would snap his jaw off, whatever. Demiru, you acquired a stabbing dagger, which I have already mentioned is a special item that has a 16 to 20 crit range and will bleed out anyone that it stabs. They will then need to make a strength check to pull it out of them, or they will just bleed to death.
It's like a,
What was the music aspect of it?
So it's a magical blood fountain.
Yeah, so basically
Essentially,
you
you
can
just
you can
stick
play
it
it
in
as
there.
Yeah, you can play it as a pipe, or when you stab it into someone, it's an accompaniment, and it just sort of pours blood out of something, and
Okay.
you then can play
It's
in.
like a tree sapper.
Yeah,
But
It's
it
just
bleeds them out in tune.
sapping it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Esther, you have a mysterious deck that I'm not telling you anything about.
All right.
Michael,
All right.
you want to know what else I lost in the bag?
heartbeat.
Stuffing it at this point.
Does that kill them faster?
Maybe. All right. Now, Jesus Christ,
Oh.
let us leave the goddamn winery. We've been trying to leave the winery for 3 weeks. 4
If we get
weeks.
lost in the
Michael.
woods,
Can I-
ourselves
I'm
around
so
and end
sorry,
up back
can
here
I-
in a day.
Yes.
There are a few things that I'd like to do with the chopsticks.
Very well.
If I might. Because I'd definitely like to skin the troll and
All
the
right.
Hydra.
Good. You have. Okay, so you have troll skin. You have hydra skin. Yep.
We have
And
no way of
then
carrying them
I
anymore.
want to, I
Dimension
want to see
drives.
if it works on humanoids. Are there any humanoid bodies? around?
There are the druids who do remain, and yes, you can absolutely skin them. So now you also have 3 hag skins as well, if you want to. Sorry, 4.
Oh damn!
4.
Wait,
4
wait,
hag skins.
Yeah, they kind of killed
they-
4 hags.
I was gonna bury them.
3.
Esther,
Well, you can-
you can
there's still
stop.
plenty
You
of
can,
them
yeah,
to
you can
bury.
stop him if you want to.
Okay.
I mean, you notice that he's doing it out of curiosity more than anything else.
I thought I was looking at away the corner and I just turned their skin bodies. What?
Have you tried skinning the little twig demon things?
Those
Ooh,
ones,
that's fun.
those don't have skin, so unfortunately, it does not work on them.
They got
Strips
bark.
them.
I just I keep poking the chopsticks.
Yeah.
And nothing happens.
Yeah. The thing is it rolls up skin and dries it out and makes it leather, so it already like processes it as well.
Wait, so if he does that to fruit, does he peel fruit too?
No, only leather.
I'm killing the totem.
I
apple
don't make
child.
fruit leather out of it. Fine.
Leather fruit.
You know what? You can argue me into that. I'd say that certain things, if you can argue a fruit leather, then sure.
I
My-
I do approach Ipsilus before he can skin the dead druids.
Yes, dear.
Actually, I was rather hoping to bury them instead and treat their bodies with respect before I do so. If that's alright by you.
Well, I think in this situation, one must look at really what the pragmatic approach would be. Discovering what this item actually does. And I'm gonna get sort of a twinkle in my eye, and I am going to take the chopstick and I'm just going to run it along my pinky finger and see if it does anything to a live body.
It does not.
Okay.
So your finger
There we
just
go.
goes back and like, "Ugh."
You're like, oh, that was lucky.
Alright, we're
If
good.
you
'Cause
want
it
to
did-
experiment more, then we should set up camp at this winery for another week.
Oh my god.
I
swear.
Yeah, yeah.
I am going to look at my new friend and say, can I do a check to see if I know whether hag skin is worth anything? If you can make anything out of it?
No, it's just kind of gross.
Then and that's I'm gonna look at her. I'm sort of gonna weigh my options here and think about the fact that these people are probably my best bet to get what I want in this
Your best
situation,
bet.
and making friends with them is probably more important than having some sort of useless skin. So I'll say, oh, of course, my dear. Yes, we would want to treat them. Even our enemies, we must treat with respect. It's true. So of course, can I help you carry them out?
So, one thing is, last session, Esther kind of said, Esther had been kind of on the sidelines mostly whenever Ipsilus was introducing himself, and kind of just said that she's just watching whatever's going on, and said that she had noticed something. So now, kind of putting everything together, she just said, as you're talking about, she does say thank you, and that would be great, but after we sort of do that and sort of like take the bodies out where they are, she just looks and says, it is good to be pragmatic and think of your advantages. However, that's not all there is. Just keep that in mind.
That's true. There's also results.
Demiru and Argento, while they are doing things to bodies, the two of you are kind of preparing for the journey. Again, it is a long and arduous one, and you have much to prepare for. Argento, you're finding that your jaws are kind of like, they're nice, but, you know, like there's this kind of like motion where you're like trying to chew, you know. It's just kind of awkward, that feeling, you know.
Yes.
All right. Demiru, you see him kind of struggling. Do you wish to talk to him at all, or mention the teeth?
The impressive grin you've got going on there, Argento.
Yes, it is very nice, isn't it? It's just a little bit,
In fact, I can't say I've ever seen you quite this happy.
yes. Like Botox. Not really happy. Just-
I see.
maybe if I bit something, I would be happy. I don't know.
Well, no sooner than you say that, all of a sudden,
Oh no!
marching
What is happening?
marching out of what looks to be the maybe the kitchen or the cellar or the pantry is this thing. It looks to be a kind of watermelon stuffed with fruits of an assorted variety, with a strawberry nose and like these large eyes that seem to be made of lemons. It has kind of these bulbous warts over its body that look to be like kind of like a tangerine kind of thing. And as it walks out, like kind of waddling like a duck, it kind of looks at you and blinks, squirting like lime juice out of its eyes as it goes.
Hello.
It's a fruit drink. Yeah, it's definitely poisonous to me.
I will use universal speech and ask this fruit creature if it requires Kool-Aid. I mean, first aid.
Everything is pain.
Oh dear.
Wow.
It could
Why
be
am
because
I
you're-
exist?
Could be because you're full of fruit.
What am fruit?
You are.
What am I?
Well, give me one moment.
Looks like Demiro's
Can I
getting-
pluck a piece of fruit out of him?
Oh my god.
You pluck a piece of fruit.
Does it seem like normal fruit?
Yeah, it actually does. Actually, it has... No, it doesn't seem like normal fruit. It looks like normal fruit if it were, like, steeped in, like, syrup over winter. Like,
Right.
like preserves kind of thing. There is a tickling honeyed sweetness to them, as well as a kind of a lemony or orangey zest.
Well, I mean, I'm not an expert in this, but I would say that you're delicious.
What am delicious?
Have a bite.
He looks and he eats it. Ah! He's good.
He just starts eating himself.
Looks delicious.
Why am delicious?
Oh my god. Are Esther and I just away from all of this?
Look, you guys are skinning people and burying them, okay? This is literally not the weirdest thing going on right now.
My god, just looking around. And just like,
And I'm just standing next to Argento going,
Yeah.
Oh my.
Argento, this...
suddenly, I don't feel bad about making an implosion. No,
Did he say that we can eat him? Is he okay
Um,
with that?
well, he doesn't know what he is, how he got here, but he does agree that he's delicious.
Is he poisonous?
I don't think so.
So I can eat him.
Yeah. I mean,
I
it
take a bite
smelled
out
pretty
of it.
good. The fruit
All right.
salad is good.
Oh,
You-
no.
You open your mouth, and as Argento's now enlarged teeth sink into, where do you want to bite him? Like, where would you start?
Just on the left eye.
Left
Like,
eye.
the
All right,
eye
so
area.
you take out a
Over the
left
top.
eye. It's kind of like so the first thing that hits your lips is this rush of sweetness from watermelon, as well as the tartness of a strawberry and a twist of what looks to be like salted lime. As you kind of chew, a more profound taste of elderberries seems to then wash over, as well as kind of like a soft kind of fleshy material, kind of almost like a peach. As you chew, these flavors become more pronounced, and there is now a quarter of this creature missing,
No.
and it goes.
No.
So I pick it up and I'm like, it's pretty good. Take another bite of it.
We just open the top part of it, and then we just like pours.
Yum,
He just
yum,
like.
yum, 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 yum.
Oh, you're traumatized over here.
Every time I open my mouth, it goes,
No, he's just.
Your new teeth seem to have given you a new appetite.
Oh
that was pretty
my god.
You actually.
Did you just eat a sentient creature that meant you no harm?
man.
And
Well,
you
that's
are
ones
a-
to eat.
I had
you
to.
are a
Otherwise, they're just trying to
silver-
stab you while you do it.
It sounded like
Ardrac-
he was in pain. I was doing him
Okay.
a favor.
I know.
Okay.
Put him
Argento,
out of his misery.
unfortunately, that was something to be shared, but you now gain the full benefits of Hero's Feast.
Ooh.
You ate the entire feast.
He did.
Oh my god.
That's like 8 hours of food
Oh.
that just keeps constantly going in.
It's
We've
not just
been
like
here for days. I'm
just
so
hours of food.
sorry.
It's hours of
We've
food.
been here for days. We've been here for like 8 hours.
Sure, no one gets mad at you for drinking all the wine and nearly dying.
Oh.
You know, I ate a one little watermelon creature, and that's just the end of it.
We were
Okay.
also, before we leave, we were going to check out that mound in the vineyard.
We do need to check that.
All right. So we're gonna do that.
Ipsilus's stomach, he doesn't know why, just suddenly starts
Yeah.
churning. He's like, something
That's right,
gross.
Ipsilus just
just
also, like-
happened."
All right.
It was pretty good.
So to be clear, as we make our way dealing with whatever that was,
Oh.
Argento, you are now removed of all diseases and poisons and become immune to poison and frighten, and all will saves are done with advantage for the next 24 hours. Your maximum hit points has been increased by 20,
My God.
Whoa.
and if you are injured, you also heal 20 hit points,
Nice.
which you are. So I will do that for you now. There. Now.
Did he just like eat enough? Like this is like Obelix getting dipped into the magic potion as a baby.
Yeah, basically, you can never benefit from it again. All right. Now, gathering up what you have left, you make your way out of the winery. In order to do so, you pass by the vineyard.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Several rows of large vines seem to line this very, very long pathway in front of you. There is a very strong recollection from both Argento and Demiro about their encounter with the Banshee that they fought in the center of this particular glade. Having defeated it, they're pretty confident that it's safe and begin to make their way towards a location that they have mentioned while you are traveling. A small mound that seems to be a burial stone of something or someone. As you begin to get close, the mound just up ahead seems to have a figure, a woman in white, that seems to be standing over the mound. Every now and then, as the rain and the sheets of water pass by your eyes, you wipe the water from them, only to lose sight of the woman, and then a moment later she is once again standing over the mound. Your approach is halted at about 100 foot away. It was beyond here that Demiro and Argento were attacked.
Oh.
So this is during the same day.
Same,
right?
yeah. Let's say that you've spent like 2 hours from your last battle with the Hydra, and now you've kind of buried some bodies, skinned some people, dealt with bad ham, all that. Skinned some people, and then yeah.
There is. Well, we did forego the skinning of the hags.
All right, very
so
well.
It was just the troll.
Just the trolling thing. All right.
Just the troll of the Hydra. There it
Right.
is.
Okay. So we're approaching. You said we're about 100 feet away from this burial mound and the woman.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I just looked to Demiro and Argento and said, "And what exactly happened here whenever you approached?"
Well, we approached, and there was a terrifying scream, and then a ghost or a poltergeist came at us, swearing that it was something about our fault. But I think she was more at ease after we, calmed her down by force.
Yeah.
I think they were
Oh.
seeking a lost love of sorts. In fact, I think it may have been something to do with the. No, I thought it might have been the hags, but I think it's separate.
Would I know what a banshee is?
Make a religion check for anyone who wishes to know details about the Banshee. All you know is that when they approached, the creature screamed. Both Argento and Demiro saw flashes of their lives, almost felt their heart stops, but then very quickly bounced back.
I
Oh,
don't.
my heart stopped.
Oh no. So I don't think that should know about Banshee specifically, but what would Esther know about generally regretful souls from? Oh, never mind. From her just kind of being like her job being helping lost souls whenever she was back in her hometown.
So banshees are kind of akin to revenants. They're usually spirits of vengeance, bound to this earth to fulfill their quest for vengeance. Some of them are so far gone that they would never find their vengeance, even if they'd already exacted it. It's basically trying to make someone who is mad believe that they are satisfied. All of you would know 3 things about banshees. As mentioned, the whole revenant thing. The second thing you would know about banshees is they have a death wail, where their scream can literally cause the living to stop living. And the third is that they're usually bound to a location. So wherever they've died, or the home of the person who was responsible for their death, there's lots of places, but they do not follow people. They observe territory.
If I know that about the screaming, would I identify this? Is this thing in front of us? Is it a banshee? Like, can I tell with a 21?
Ooh,
From here
it would be hard to say, but from what the others have said, you would be willing to guess that.
Okay.
Sorry, Ira Janasi has just put a YouTube link there, and it says this is what they sound like. And I know I shouldn't press the button.
You shouldn't, because we're all gonna die.
But I want to. I'll tell you what. If it does happen, I will push the button. I have no idea what it sounds. It could be a fart noise for all I know.
Probably just Rick Aston.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it could be
Yeah,
anything. I'm gonna put a lot of faith in that. All right. Did we ever find out the name of the fruit guy? No, we didn't.
Delicious. That was his name.
That's so upsetting. Oh my.
Well,
Delicious.
funny you
I
mention
don't
that
know.
because growing
Not
upon one of
really.
these vines is a much smaller version of the exact same creature.
It's still screaming.
Oh,
Uh,
Oh.
It's kind of asleep, almost like a baby.
Oh, I call it a fruit drake.
Yeah.
Like a mandrake.
Yeah, actually, I'll let chat name this. What is this creature's name? Feel free to try and name this creature.
Oh my god. Can I identify that creature?
Not until the audience does, but long story short,
I haven't seen it before.
It is an edible. It is some sort of edible monster.
Charlie. Someone said just Charlie.
Charlie.
Oh.
Yes. Charlie was
Cornucopia.
delicious.
Cornucopoid. Oh, cornucopoid. Fruit Loops.
Fruit
Oh, I like Fruit Loops.
Nice.
Fruit
Yeah.
Loops.
Yeah, very well. These creatures are known as the Fruit Loops.
Yes.
I love it. Done. It is
The
canon.
Fruit Troops. They're the fruit troops.
Fruit Troops! Oh my god, that's awesome.
Oh.
That's only if they come in mass. Okay, there you go.
That's their swarm version.
All right.
They actually are threatening.
All right.
So I look at Esther and I nudge her and be like, I point to the little baby one, but I look, it's another one. It's pretty delicious. You should try it.
Oh my god.
Makes his way through the whole vineyard.
I feel like I immediately would sort of feel an attachment to this thing because it is helpless, obviously.
Very helpless.
Yes.
I understand that feeling. So can I tell, like, if I detached it, whether it would continue living or if it would die, if it's too small to survive?
You'd have no idea.
Okay. Well, I'm very pragmatic anyway, so I'm gonna go pluck it and see if it continues to survive in any way.
All right. As soon as you reach down to it and you pluck it, almost you actually notice that like with most melons and the like, they seem to grow on a vine. This vine is kept low to the ground and seems to be attached to what would rudimentarily be considered its stomach. So much like plucking an umbilical cord, you snap it away from the vine, and as soon as you do so, its eyes begin to open, revealing what look to be two grapefruits. So its eye color is a little different to the previous one.
Ooh, I like grape.
As it looks to you, it sort of blinks a couple of times and goes, "Meow!"
Can I understand it at all?
Oh, no. Not at all.
Okay, I'm just gonna assume that it is like a little baby, and I'm just gonna sort of pet it, and I'm just gonna be like, "It's okay, little one. We'll see. We'll keep you fed."
Pushing Argento away
them
from
after
the
midnight.
creature
Argento
as
fed.
this thing.
It starts to rock left and right and just sort of like it wants to get down.
Like it wants to get down.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna sort of let it down. I'm gonna try to keep my focus on weird ghost lady on one hand and weird fruit boy on the other hand.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sort of like a toddler, sort of keep my hands, but I'm just trying to sort of like usher it.
He very much toddler walks a little bit further away to the vine that he was snapped up from. He then begins to sort of follow the vine a little bit, not too far away from the pathway where Esther, Argento, and Demiro are. But as they go, he sees another one of the little melon baby types things. He looks to you and he just simply points at it.
Okay. I'm gonna look at everyone else.
It sort of nods
like,
at you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
I'm going to pick the other fruit.
All right. As you do so, it opens its eyes. It seems to be two pomegranates. So it kind of almost look like spider eyes.
Ooh.
Nah. Oh gosh.
And it looks to you and
I'm gonna like put them down next to each other and just see what they do to each other.
as they look next to each other, they kind of walk up to each other and they kind of look at each other. They kind of mirror each other and they wave. And then the one with the grapefruit eyes kind of turns back to you and sort of waves at you.
I'm gonna like sort of be like, come here.
And then the one with the pomegranate opens its mouth and begins to swallow the grapefruit baby one.
Awesome.
And
then I'm just gonna turn
I'm-
to the
It
pomegranate and
just
be
gets
like,
bigger.
"Come here,
it then
come here, honey."
it then grows a little bit, and now you notice that inside of it, where it was once empty, there are now assortments of fruit.
Perfect. I'm just gonna be like, "You come here, honey. We're gonna take care of you, aren't we?"
It
You're
walks
the
over to you.
You're the better one with because you have pomegranate. You're antioxidant, aren't you, sweetie?
It sticks out its tongue, which is actually just like a fruit roll up, and it's like it starts shaking its tiny rear end.
Ooh,
Oh,
fruit roll-up.
yes.
That's considered
And I'm-
fruit leather, isn't it?
Oh my god! Go away! You get away from me!
The fruit leather, yes.
I'm just gonna give it. I'm just gonna give it like a little kiss on top of one of its eyes.
It's
And,
sour but sweet.
And I'm just like, oh, you're so cute. We'll definitely keep you fed, won't we? We sure will. And I'm gonna reach in and I'm gonna grab a little piece of fruit out of its mouth and taste it.
As you do so, it goes, "Rah!" And you try an apple, and it is the juiciest apple you've ever eaten. Like, as you
So
bite
juicy.
into it,
Yes.
like, literally, it just sprays apple juice everywhere.
Oh.
Good, isn't it? I told you it's pretty delicious.
You now no
And
longer
I-
need to eat for the day.
Oh, nice. And I'm gonna pet it some more, and I'm just gonna be like, it's gonna be okay, my sweetness.
All right.
You're gonna be just fine.
There you go. You have your companion. He is now there.
Watch out for a ginger because you might eat
That's
him
where he
again.
lives.
Oh, I will get you. You touch my baby. I will get
Okay.
you.
So, meanwhile, the Banshee seems to be paying you no heed.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Is there a reason we're wandering towards a banshee?
Does it seem to be the same one as before, or does it look different?
It looks the same.
I'll keep approaching the mound.
All right. As you approach the mound, once again, the Banshee looks towards you, eyes tearing with ink stains that look in your direction.
Hello.
She says, in a low tone, which hopefully I will be able to master here. If this fails, then sadness. Hold on, wait. Let me try this, because I haven't managed to get this working for a little bit, and I want this to work because I paid for it. God damn it! All right. Okay, here we go. The Banshee looks you up and down. Now, how close are you going to get to her? Sorry, one
Meet
more time.
again.
Sorry, one more time, real quick. Like, how close are you getting to her?
I think you're muted.
Oh yeah, you muted yourself. Something I just thought of while he's fixing that. Did I mention that my fruit bat? Or
Alright.
did I mention my bat was a fruit bat?
Oh my
I did.
god.
All right. No, it's not working. I really
That
need
was
to fix that.
that was until it tasted your blood. Remember?
All right, so here we go.
Oh yeah. but-
She goes, what was your question, sorry?
I said we meet again.
Yo, this is your fault.
What?
No, I can't do it. I give up.
It's your
She
fault.
she looks to you and says,
think
"This
that-
is your fault." Yet again, almost echoing the same words that she said before. As she does, she looks like she's about to lunge in your direction.
Just a reminder that we're aware that you lost your love and that she's dead, and you haven't moved on yet to meet her. But we might be able to help.
Make a persuasion check. As she flies rapidly towards you.
Can I quick question, does this ring work on the undead?
Yes.
I would like to try to create an emotion of calm, just steely calm in myself, as though I'm just I am 100% grounded. I am ready for this, and then throw that emotion at the Banshee. Just
All right.
calm and still.
Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh Lord.
Don't worry, I've got the.
Gross, isn't it?
Saving throw.
All right, wisdom. Wisdom, don't fail me now. Oh, that's terrible.
All right.
Oh, you want low when you're rolling saves for them.
Yeah, that's it. It's like golf. All right. As you approach your persuasion check, she stops and pauses for just a moment. But as soon as that happens, Ipselius lets loose a terrifying scream. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we are going to end today's session.
What?
Now we have 2 banshees.
As our heroes attempt very hard to try and stop. Well, yeah, maybe 2 banshees. Who knows? We'll figure it out. We'll see if they're able to exercise the spirit. You have, however, managed to stop the banshee, so she's not hostile. But however, Ipselius is now very hostile in its place. All right, thank you very much, guys. Now, as always, we are going to end today's session with a quick round table. We are going to borrow a technique that we use from our dear friend, the dreaded GM, called Memorable Moments, where we share one of the most memorable moments of today's session. I would like to start because I felt like there wasn't much here, but I definitely want to point out what did happen. And that would be Argento eating the goddamn baby. That was amazing. Yes. I was thinking to myself, I was like, he's got these new set of teeth. I need to give him something to eat. And I was like, I don't want to just throw in a combat thing. And I thought, I just Googled something. I just what edible RPG monster, and that thing came up, and I'm like, yeah, Argento would eat that.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. It was so good. I love the callousness. Like, you actually gave Demiro a chance to talk, which made it even better because you were like, clearly they're talking, but the important thing is are you delicious? And then once he'd ascertained the answer, no hesitation, took a chunk out of it, and then was just like, now it's noisy. I'm just going to finish this off and just... That was amazing. That was probably my most memorable moment from today's session. Esther, what was your most memorable moment from today?
Sorry, trying to think.
So much happened today.
What? Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Take your time. I use this time to try and find someone to raid, which I know our dear friends are preparing to raid, but I can queue things up.
I think one thing that's kind of funny is the level of pragmatism that Ipsos has, and yet it's like the dichotomy of how pragmatic they are compared to how the ring failed them twice and they're still going for it. No, the ring will work. I will change someone's emotions.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, the item. I mean, look. The thing is the item is a cursed item, so I'm actually kind of glad that it's kind of sort of winding up that way, which is awesome.
I will attempt to make this cursed item work in my favor. And it doesn't work. You're just like, nah.
Yep, that's it. Also, to our audience, if you guys have any questions for the cast or or myself, or have other memorable moments you'd like to share, let me know as well, because I love hearing from you guys. All right, Tim, memorable moment.
Well, I thought that we wouldn't get something to top the wizard trying to put a dimensional portal inside another dimensional portal. And then we had...
I thought you were going to say you're topping the wizard poisoning himself 3 weeks in a row.
No,
and then we got the portal.
That got quite bland after a while. Readily expected. But then we had our new party member attempt to magically connect his emotions with a banshee. That just takes the cake.
Yes. Look, I feel like you know what? I used to have a very old concept for a comic book series that I think you guys would be perfect for. It's called The Heroes of Fumbletown, right?
No.
It was just, it was definitely some moments where it's like the dice don't want to behave, and just stuff. But yes, no, I think I think the Banshee connection will be definitely very awesome. I definitely have some cool plans in regards to that as well. So that's going to be some cool stuff to look forward to next week. I've definitely got some plans here. And don't worry, Argento, we are going to definitely get into some heavy duty combat in the next game or two.
He's too full to fight now.
It's just,
He just wants to roll over and have a nap.
He's got the itis. Oh my god.
oh no. By the way, I want to say this. I think the itis is a traditionally American thing because I hadn't actually. I actually hadn't heard about it until I watched Boondocks. At all. Like, yeah. So if you like me have no idea what the itis is, apparently if you eat too much turkey, you get tired and sleepy. And it's a traditional thing for like Thanksgiving and stuff like that. And I didn't know. Yeah. I didn't even know it had a name.
You only hear about people getting food babies, and then Argento just takes the cake.
Yeah. Actually eats a food baby.
Yeah. I do love them. I'll see if I can make some stats for them. Maybe I'll bug Dread's friend Renegade Chicken to see if he can homebrew a creature called a Fruit Loop. Argento, what is your most memorable moment for today?
Well, there was quite a few actually, to be honest. But I think for me, just the whole interaction with Bad Ham. I think he was a bit of a funny character. And then he's giving out all these amulets, and he's like, "Here's a toothbrush," and I was like, "What the hell am I going to do with a toothbrush?" So then, I was able to use that to have the moment where fit very nicely with everything he's given us is cursed, and I'm in the middle of brushing my teeth in the corner, like, wait a minute, these things are cursed? What's going on?
That was awesome. I was just like, huh? What? Russia?
What?
Who said something about curse?
Yeah. Yeah, Bad Ham, I think that was a fun character, and I really enjoyed the interactions everyone had with him.
Oh yeah, you've definitely not seen the last of him. And actually, you better not have seen the last of him because he took one of your Strahd artifacts. So there's that.
I knew it. Yeah. God damn
it. Yeah. So now it's a race. Who's going to collect them first? You guys or Bad Ham?
Bad Ham's going to be the hero and defeat Strahd.
Yeah, that's it. You get there, you get there, and he's like, "Hey guys."
Interest you in Strahd's
I feel like
I
feel like he's gonna get all of them. He's gonna send us to the astral plane or something to find all his shit.
I am the new Strahd now. He's just Bad Ham Strahd.
Yeah, that's it.
God.
All right.
Strahd.
Let's see. Who have we done so far? Did I forget someone?
It's me and Ipsilus left.
Yes, Vigog.
Okay, so I've never put a bag of holding in a bag of holding before. So that was interesting. I honestly didn't think it was a bag of holding. I just thought he had a really big bag or whatever.
Look. Neil, you don't have to. You don't have to justify it to us, dude. Here's the thing, right? Neil, we accept you for exactly who you are, and we love you for exactly who you are. It creates encounters that I guarantee you I tell so many people about each and every time I game with you. And for me, what could a person ask for more from a D&D session than something having a person who does things that make you want to tell people?
Purposely doing it. It's I accidentally did it this time.
Oh yeah, and it was really funny too.
I always see people putting them in on purpose.
I would absolutely love for you to watch the VODs, right? Because nothing was funnier for me. Nothing was funnier for me than watching everyone else's reaction when you said that's what you did, right? Like everyone's like, oh, no, don't do it, and then I was like, nah, he's doing it, and then he's just, it's like, just wham. That was great. That was fantastic.
I wasn't even looking at them. I was just in the moment, I'm like, yeah, I'm taking this bag because I don't want him having it. So I'll put it in a dimension where he can't get to it. And then you're like, what?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. All right. And of course,
Wow.
last but certainly not least, Kyle, what was your most memorable moment for today?
I mean, there were so many things happening.
He's like, I finally understand what's happening now. I understand
I'm like,
this group.
I feel so.
Nothing
so
happened.
there's sort of a large moment and there's a small moment. For me, so the large moment is just the entire thing because I feel like I now really get like.
He's like,
what's
I understand
happening.
my party now.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get where you
last
are
week-
now, right?
Yeah,
Good for saddle
Last
with
week-
what you aren't escaping from.
right.
You're stuck.
So
I mean, it is
last
the
week was all
curse of
like
Strahd.
combat. So I didn't really get a chance to actually interact with people. I could sort of see how they handle themselves. But this time it was just watching the utter, like,
The other chaos.
every fabulously terrible decision. Like, and I felt like if I'm gonna fit, I need to start making some of these decisions, And we now have a ring that is the ring of all bad decisions.
Yep. We have, and of course we have Esther right in the center of it, going, "Oh my God, what is going on?" I love how straight away we went into, "No, don't skin the witches," and you're already off trying to wrangle your new party member. It
I was
was,
trying to make the youngest,
Feels
character the mom of the group, please.
that's true.
Just adopted a new Argento.
That's true. That's true. All right, to throw another. I was
Well,
sorry.
sorry,
Yeah,
I had one moment
No, go,
that
go.
I did want to bring out, which was my moment with Esther, where I feel like that was the first moment that there was like, and character building and relationship building happens in small moments. And it was the first moment where we sort of established our, like, what I feel like is going to be like a friendly rivalry, between the two.
Oh, no. A friendly rivalry of you wanting to skin everything and her trying to bury the dead.
Hey, dude,
No.
maybe not. Maybe not.
Have you considered no? I was gonna say my favorite moment for Ipselis was definitely you as a performer and your reactions to things, right? Like literally, like for me, one of the big sellers for any good game is just seeing how people react to stuff, and watching you react to everything going on was an absolute treat. Especially the horrific Fruit Loop encounter, like. It was
great.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back.
Eat a sentient being? That was
Did you just eat a sentient?
It was
Huge
delicious.
clip of that. That was awesome.
Amazing.
Highlight, yeah.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us. We hope that you had an absolutely wonderful experience. We have a wonderful time hanging out with you guys each and every session. Thank you to everyone who followed today. Thank you to the people who supported us through the rerolls. Thank you, Lord Garthon. I saw your reroll. And, of course, to everyone who cheered bits. Ira Janasi for, of course, the $25 that went to very good use at saving the NPC that she actually paid for. Badham was a NPC creation of Ira Janasi thrown in. So always wonderful that was actually able to be used. A very special and warm welcome to anyone new to the channel, as well as to those people who have been long-time subscribers, and even just long-time followers, people who I recognize in chat. Like, you guys are fun and amazing, and it's always the most pleasurable thing just to be able to hang out with you guys, with these fine and wonderful people. And if you want to see us, we're going to be back here next week to continue this adventure. But tomorrow morning, or in like 9 hours or something like that, we are going to be doing a rerun of Through the Breach. We are then going to be doing nope, I'm done. I'm gone. I'm out of here. All right.
Oh.
It cut me off. Anyway,
Oh!
for the other people in chat, I'm going to be doing Through the Breach on tomorrow. I'm going to be doing Pathfinder on Friday. Pathfinder again on Saturday, and then a special 2-part thing, a Through the Breach game on Sunday, and a D&D game on Sunday. So do follow the Discord, check all these things out, and have a wonderful time. Until next time, as always, from me to you, game hard, or die trying. Bye, everyone!
Bye.